G'day guys, Sam here from TradeToProspa, trying to give you another crypto update on Matic today. Today's 18th of February 2023, and what this looks like to me is a continuation pattern, and on the macro we are in a range. Now, so we have our top and our bottom, and that's pretty much very clear as to what's taking place. So I see this as a continuation pattern. Question is, how much is it going to go down? Where are the key levels and so on? So that's what I'm going to just talk about that and how it's aligned to some things that I know of. Doesn't mean it's going to work out, but it does mean that probability-wise, it's more likely to happen. You can see the accumulation here, where the key parts with wyckoff accumulation or distribution is buying climax and selling climax. So that is a buying climax. That's a that's a selling. So that's a buying climax, and this is a reaccumulation area, which is an automatic response, and then we've got another buying climax, and so on. Eventually, you see this squeeze, and in this case, it's gone up. When we look at this, we've got a buying climax. Actually, I didn't see that. There was a dip there, so that could be a automatic response. I didn't see that. That's automatic response, secondary test, and then we got a secondary test here. Okay, that was just passing me. All right, that was our reaccumulation, and then we had this upthrust, and so on. What you can note from this chart, and if I just make it bigger so you can see easier, that's how we go. Come on. All right, from our buying climax, we have the top set, very clear. We use that. And our secondary test, we're using wyckoff levels. So that was a level that was important. And then the secondary test level was also important. And you can see how it really dipped down. So in this bear market, it went past it. Surprising enough, it didn't go further down. So that tells me that there's something different about this compared to Bitcoin and so on. So what's happened is I'll see that as a spring, and the spring's taken place. And this area here, after the secondary test, we have our ABC correction. Where is it? So this is our ABC, and this secondary test level right here, that there, as you can see, plays a pivotal role as well. So we could, and I could get it wrong. If this is the case, our secondary test could be there as well. So this is our automatic response in one way, and so our secondary test is there. Therefore, that becomes an important level. We have two pivot points, and at the moment, I'm seeing this as a key one there, and that's where we're going to look at getting resistance, because price came back from this secondary test or automatic response, and then we found clear resistance, and that resistance is probably the 786 level. And we can probably just verify that. Yeah, bugger. 786. Didn't want that. There we go, 786, perfect. It is there. So I do believe that this is likely to continue on. What we're seeing is a storyline, a big sell-off, an automatic response from the sell-off, and what we have is the LPS, upthrust. So that level has passed. It's gone past it. Now we've got the 668 level, and then we've got the 786, and this is basically retested it, as you can see. If we can get in close. So you can see how it pulled back and it's passed the test. And this is a daily candle. So we are headed up to this volume point of control based on, where is it? Based on that. Our volume based on control is right there. And I'll make that red. So that could be a strong resistance. We headed towards that. So that could be it. Or as you can see here, that's the previous top and that there. So we've got two levels in that sense, and you can see the confluence along the way. So maybe we'll get there, and then we'll get the pullback. And so I would take a bit of profit and look for the pullback, and then just have a bit more in the bucket. So might be a good shorting position as well for small trade. So that's what I'll look at. Having said that, in the stages of things, if we break past that, it is bullish. So you can see this trend line and this Fibonacci. This was accumulation there, just below resistance, and then we break up. We pass this fib, and when you pass it, you retested it, and then up it's going. So there's not much resistance in between. So it's likely to get to about $1.65 or so, $1.60 actually, round number. That's what I have, and then we'll probably scoop. There is that possibility if Bitcoin does pull back a fair bit, then we will, this volatile area, this is going to be an area where it could probably bounce a fair bit, go sideways, accumulate under the next resistance before it goes up or goes down. There is that possibility that it could come down and just make so we've got that lower high, we might just get another lower higher there. And so a bit of a shakeout and then back up again. That's what I look at. And then up it goes. From this perspective, this range from top to bottom, we've got our Fibonacci and we've got those levels there. So long term wise, these are the targets, and then we'll take it from there. I'm not going to try and guess more than that until we get there and see how we get there. So that's my thoughts for Matic or Polygon. So please give me a like and share. Talk to you soon. Cheers.